All right, Sunset Rewind back at you with a 2026 Boys Volleyball Edition preview. I am Taryn Rodriguez here with Charlie Brand, a man who needs literally no introduction. How you doing, Charlie?
Always good. Always good.
It's great to have you
How are
here.
you doing, Taryn?
I'm doing good. It's always great having you here. Wouldn't want to break these down with anyone else, but we must introduce our guest. He is back as the Edison boys volleyball coach, and he is good. He's obviously happy to be back. Ladies and gentlemen, Trent Jackson. How you doing, Trent?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, as of this recording, your season has begun. Talk to us about what we can expect so far, what we've seen so far from your first three matches.
So we started out with Mater Dei, and we blocked a lot of balls. No, I'm sorry. We started out with Servite. And we blocked a ton of balls. In fact, Andy Reid was at that match, and that was the first thing he said when he came over. He's like, your team, blocks a lot of balls. Because we got some size, so we're pretty good size. And they had some guys that they were missing because of other sports, basketball and soccer. And so hopefully we'll see them again, maybe down in San Diego or at the Toro tournament. I don't know if they're in it, but I would love to play them again. And then we played Mater Dei at Edison, and we beat them in 4. Same with Servite. And they are missing some guys too. They got like 4 transfers that are just kind of waiting to get eligible. So I actually texted Jake after the match. I'm like, hey, you got any room in your schedule to play us again when you got all your guys back? But he doesn't have any wiggle room. So, but they're good, and we actually played pretty well that night. So they just made a little more errors than us. Yeah.
Early season.
It's early. Yeah.
So that Mater Dei team, it wasn't as same as last year's, but I know they were kind of the team that did end your season. I know you weren't the head coach at the time, but was that kind of like a little bit of a motivational factor, or was that in the rear view mirror?
It was definitely something that we talked about before they arrived. Yes. You want to beat them. And I really like to play them again when they have all their guys. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Championships are won in the month of May, if not late April, not in January or February. So talk to us about your team and who's kind of been stepping up, and talk to us about some of the under-the-radar guys.
I would say Brent Benson. He's a senior middle blocker. He's been really good, not only as a middle blocker, but from the service line. He's ripping his jump serve and doing a good job. A kid named Luke Goss, he's playing libero and he's setting, and I'm not sure where he's going to end up, but he's just a good volleyball player all around and a good kid. Kion Cummy, he's a senior setter, and he's doing a good job and getting better, and he just really wants to be good, so he works really hard. Let me see. And Andrew Boone, senior. We have him playing on the left and the right. But he's a big kid. He's like 6'6", 6'7", puts up a big block. So he's doing a good job, and he's working hard on improving. And just for him, he's not ever been a primary passer, so we just gotta keep giving him reps and keep getting better. Let's see. I want to talk about all the seniors. Andrew Boone. Will Huffman, he's a libero. He plays for Balboa, or did, but then this last year we didn't have an 18-2s. He was going to play on that team, and then that team just dissolved. So, but he's a very good athlete. And a good kid, and he, again, when you don't play club season, you're playing catch up on those reps. So we're just trying to get those guys tons of reps to improve their serve, receive, and defense. And then Andrew Hoffman, who's 6'5", basketball player, and we just got him back last week. So another senior that's big that can contribute. And just getting his volleyball legs now, because it's just different.
Now, you mentioned Goss. Charlie, if I remember, is familiar with Goss. Charlie.
Well, his dad was a great player at Estancia back in the Estancia days.
His dad's a great guy.
Late 70s, early 80s, and he was a great player. He's had a number of children play at Edison along the way.
Yes.
So
one of them, I think it's Lindsay, because I wasn't the coach. It was that year Matt coached him and they won a state title.
Right.
And his daughter was the setter on that team.
Yeah,
so
I remember that.
Yeah.
Love it. So one player that I did notice on the roster is Jack Grady. And for Sunset Rewind fans from the fall, that is indeed the son of Jeff Grady, the Edison football coach. Talk to us about Jack Grady, because he was dynamite his freshman year.
Yes. So Jack is our best passing outside hitter. He's a good athlete. He works really hard, and he's improving a ton. And he's only a sophomore. And actually, we have a lot of strength in our sophomore class. Jack, Shane Wright, and Joel Aikens are all on that 16 blue team playing for Rich. And those guys are all good. They're all good volleyball players.
Rich Polk.
Yes, Rich Polk.
He does pretty well in the 16th age group.
He does pretty well,
year after year.
So, Jack is, again, when the regular person says outside hitter, they think, that the job is to hit. And the job of an outside hitter is to pass. And Jack is doing a good job. He's currently our best passer. And the other guys are getting better, but he's doing a good job. Yeah.
I love it. So I look at your schedule. We got to rip the Band-Aid off with this next match. Yesterday, your team did play Corona Del Mar.
Yes.
They were coming off of beating Miracosta in the Miracosta Redondo Union tournament. I know you weren't there because you did have a dental procedure, but what do you think you learned the most? What do you think your team learned the most from that match? And what was kind of like the initial reaction? Or were you just in awe of how good Corona Del Mar was?
I watched the film more than once. We talked about this a little bit before, but they're, seniors that have been there and done it and played on top teams for a long time, and they're just more skilled, but they also play harder than us. We got to learn how to play hard at every single point. We don't play the way we're supposed to play. We don't get all over the floor on every single rally, and that's got to change.
Every team has their clunker match. I mean, no one has an exception. There's no exception. Like, what takeaways do you have when it comes to having a clunker match, either as a player or a coach?
Well, what I saw that I just didn't like at all was just head down and almost like giving it away. Like, you got to have some little wins. Like, I don't even think CDM took a timeout, like, the whole night. And they subbed in their bench, and they just kept rolling. So you got to have a little bit more pride than to, not even make them take a timeout and let their bench beat you and put your head down and just keep making errors. So we'll call it a learning experience, Taryn.
Absolutely. And
yes,
those can definitely help you down the road. So looking ahead to this week, you've got the Toro tournament. I'm hearing it might be just a 2-day event. Have you heard anything about that, or is it still just going to be 3 days?
I haven't. Rich sent an email, I think yesterday, saying, hey, I'll have the pools out by Wednesday. So I haven't seen it. I don't know who's in it this year, but you get some of those San Diego teams that come, because it's not too far from there, and then hopefully San Clemente's in it, and I know Newport's playing Santa Margarita,
yeah.
So there should be some really good teams, and we'll see how we do. But Santa Margarita went 5 with Miracosta. I mean, it sounds like Santa Margarita is really good this year.
Yeah.
The scary thing is that team is not even at full strength. They still have Will Spalding sitting out, but they just wound up winning the Foothill tournament this past weekend, which is definitely going to be a scary thing. But yeah, the Toro tournament, I think, is going to be really interesting this year. And you are right. Newport is going to be partaking in that tournament. Like, what are you looking forward to the most when it comes to that tournament?
Getting everybody some experience. Last year when we went to the Toro tournament, we'd lost to Servite and we'd lost to Mater Dei already, and then so we go to that tournament and we ended up, I think, losing in the finals to Newport. Like we did really well in that tournament. So, and we're going to be missing some guys. We got guys going on a Cyback, so Andrew Boone and Kyan won't be there. So other guys are going to get some playing time, and they're going to get a chance.
Yeah, I remember you all made it to the finals of that tournament. You actually lost to Beckman, but Beckman had
who we lost to?
Yeah, that was Newport didn't even. I'm
Taryn,
sorry.
you're like a computer. You just don't forget. It's unbelievable.
Well, I know these things. Newport, unfortunately, I hate to say this about Newport, they didn't even make it to the championship Monday. It was San Clemente, Tesoro, Beckman, and you all. And San Clemente made it to the bronze medal match, wound up winning that. And then I remember your team didn't have Nate Jackson. Is that correct?
He was playing soccer still at that point. Yeah. But we had a good tournament. It was good for us.
Yeah, very fun tournament, and if it is on a Monday, then I'll be hopefully PA announcing.
Okay.
Charlie, do you have I know you know Trent Jackson really well.
Many years.
Many.
One of the great things you always do is you teach your team how to compete. And you've watched your teams over the years. I've watched them really closely.
Thank you.
They all, at the end of the year, are battlers. And this team will be the same, I suspect.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seem to know exactly which buttons to push.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
We're trying, yeah.
So let's actually talk about your coaching staff really quick. We know Brian Boone is on there. Who else should we watch out for in terms of the coaching staff?
Shelby Young is back,
Yes.
and she just got the girls' head coaching job, and she's great. And then Ricardo's coaching JV, but he comes, when he can. But our practices are overlapping right now. So
Ricardo Flores.
Flores,
Yeah.
yes. And he also helped out with the girls. So just myself, Brian, Shelby, and Ricardo when his team isn't practicing. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, it sounds like a very good coaching staff right there. Because Brian Boone used to coach Edison. I think he coached. I remember he coached my senior year, and that year Edison got second. Talk to me about Brian Boone and what he means to you as an assistant.
Well, Brian played at Edison.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Teaches at Edison. He bleeds green and gold. He played at UCLA for I think 3 years. So he's a veteran, and so right now I kind of just say, hey, handle the blocking. Like that's his thing. He was a middle blocker, and he was really good. You would know more than me, Charlie, because you saw him play.
Well, he was one of those guys that was big and went to UCLA and paid his dues.
Yeah.
By his junior year, he was legit.
Yeah.
And really had learned how to block and play at that level.
And he was a great high school player.
Yeah.
From
Their teams were really good.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
His brother Aaron.
Yes.
Went to SC to be a setter.
Also very
And
good.
the family, the mom and dad were at every single event.
Yes.
Both of them competed in.
Oh yeah.
Which again, that just breeds
Yes.
what you need from an assistant coach.
Yeah. So, just good people.
Yeah.
All supporting each other.
Absolutely. A head coach is only as good as his coaching staff, which actually leads me to you. So you're back as head coach. Is this like your second or third stint? Not that I'm counting or anything. It just feels like we always love having you back, and you do an excellent job. So how does it feel being back?
Oh, it feels good. It's great. The kids, I really enjoy being in the gym with this group. Like they're a good group. They listen. They're respectful. They work hard. They want to be good. And then being in the gym with Brian and Shelby and Ricardo, and then we hired Kaden McInnes and Carter King are both playing at OCC, for Travis, and they're coaching the Frost Off. Like we're got great people all around us. So, yeah, the kids have been great. Really, really good. Enjoying it.
And talk to us about your coaching style, just because coaching styles matter, and talk to us about what your philosophies are, your tendencies, and all that sort of thing.
So I think that it's just an evolution. Like you just can't coach the way we used to. You have to maybe slow it down and try to get to know them a little better. Whereas in the old days, you show up and you just get a ball and you get in a drill, and it's just like you just go, and there's like zero wasted time. And I still try to do that. Like I have, a practice plan, and like today we got 10 minutes behind and I was pissed, like come on. But I think, slow it down a little bit, and I haven't done it yet, but get to know them a little bit more on away games and road trips, and when you get a minute to talk to them, get to know them more outside of just as a volleyball player in your gym. So I'm trying to evolve with the times of today, and keep being competitive.
Like a number of coaches are.
Yes.
Very, very successful coaches are learning to adjust. My personal feeling is, in the past, where you would teach them and they would respect you and know you cared afterward.
Yeah.
Now you need to let them know you care before it ever gets going.
Yeah.
Just to get the results that you want. So.
Yeah.
And you mentioned road trips. You've got other tournaments on the schedule as well. Something you mentioned is Best of the West. That's always one of the more prestigious tournaments with a lot of good talent, not just from Southern California, but Northern California, Arizona. Talk to us. Oh, yeah, Hawaii. Thank you, Charlie.
Yes.
What does it mean to partake in a tournament like that? Because that tournament will definitely help you down the road.
Yes. So thank you to Charlie Jackson for letting us play, because last year we were missing guys. So we were in, but then we bailed. And then I'm like, hey, can we get back in? And he let us back in. But I've known Charlie for a long time. And we're going to be missing a couple guys. But we got a deep bench. Like when we play at practice, it's competitive. It's 25-23. Today we played some free ball games to 15, and the third set was a deuce game. It's not super crystal clear who the starting 6-7 guys are. If someone's having a bad day, there's another guy ready to go, and so that's good. So even with guys missing, it just gives another guy a chance to show what he can do.
Right.
So those tournaments, as you know, are huge. Charlie brought up a team I coached years ago with Matt Skolnick and John Parfit, and that team was 0 wins, and I don't even know how many losses until we got to league, and all the losses were just learning. And then we got to league, and then we were league champs, and we went on to win CIF. And so you have to go and experience playing the best teams to be able to compete with the best teams.
Yeah, and you could obviously go winless in non-league play, but what matters most is the Sunset League and league altogether. Talk to us about the Sunset League, because it looks like this might be the more deeper years in terms of the Sunset League, because obviously you got CDM,
yes.
HB is going to be really good, Newport, they're starting to figure things out, you all are going to be really good. Los Al had a great showing at Redondo Miracosta tournament. Fountain Valley has one of the best middle blockers in the league, and Marina returns all of its sophomore core from last year.
There you go. You just said it. You summed it up, Taryn, is that every night is a battle. And you got to be ready to battle. And I would say, the favorite is probably CDM and Huntington. And then you got a lot of teams fighting for third and fourth to try to make the playoffs if you're not over 500 by the time it's over. So, so it's tough. Like the Sunset League is tough. It's like the Trinity League. It's just the two toughest leagues, right?
Yep.
In our
Yes.
area.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sunset League is probably like maybe the Big Ten, if not the SEC of boys volleyball. I know that sounds like a little bit of a tall thing to say, and Charlie, you're welcome to correct me on that analogy.
Neither the Big Ten nor the SEC have boys volleyball.
Yeah, but it's just an analogy.
You're saying that an analogy about football.
Yeah.
Football and basketball, those two conferences.
Yeah,
and
thank
I
you,
think
Charlie.
the Sunset League boys volleyball is the best league in the United States.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You look around and there are good teams. Remember Sandra Day O'Connor was good when Rama was there, and they've had different teams at Hawaii Pono was good year in and year out.
Yeah.
But I think as far as the league, top to bottom, and especially this year with all the returning and everybody back, this is the best league.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. So how do you prepare for great teams like that in terms of the Sunset League? Because every team has its different tendencies.
Well, you got to get some guys to film, and you got to watch it, and you got to fix your problems on your side of the net, and then you got to try to expose the weaknesses on the other side of the net.
I've always thought you were pretty good about exposing the strengths. Like you would break a strength down, so then their go-to person wasn't going to. I think that's a key also.
Yes, but when you got CDM and they're coming at you with 5 guys that can put the ball away. Even Drake at front row, he's going to be a threat as a setter. So it's not like you can just camp out on one guy. When we played Servite, we were pretty sure where the ball was going to go. By the end of the first set, we knew where the ball was going.
Right.
With Modern Day, we kind of knew where the ball was going pretty early on, so we could get 2 up on the main guys. But teams are deep, and they got 5 guys. So if they pass the ball well,
passing.
They're gonna. If they pass the ball and they run an offense, it's gonna be hard. Yeah. So you got to serve tough. You got to be aggressive and get them off the net, and then because we're big, so we got to take advantage of that. We got to. Yeah.
I've always thought. I noticed when I went from coaching club in high school to coaching college, where there weren't any easy teams.
Yes.
And you had to be ready to go every day or get beat badly.
Yeah.
And that forced you to prepare every single day for that next opponent and forced you to play at your max and to stay focused. And that really brought big improvement in the quality of coaching and the quality of play. And I think the same thing in the Sunset League.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that starts in practice, right? You got to treat your practice reps more like game reps.
Right.
If you're hitting balls out and shanking balls in practice, it doesn't magically change in a game, right? You gotta make more of your practice time to be prepared for the games. Yes.
Absolutely. Now, one match in particular is not a league game. It's actually the Rocky Ciarelli showcase where you all will be playing Toro. Talk to me about what the Rocky Ciarelli showcase means to you, and talk to us about Rocky Ciarelli as a whole.
Well, Rocky is just an absolute Orange County volleyball legend, right? Like with Charlie, with Dan, with Mike D'Alessandro, Tom Pestalacy, Steve Conti. Like these are the guys that Steve's more my age and he's one of my best friends. We surf all the time together, but like Rocky, I always looked up to him. And then I remember being a kid in the stands when there was the Battle of the Bay and, you were coaching against Dan, and then I became a coach and I'm coaching against Rocky. He's just got those giant hands, and he's just the nicest guy.
He has a heart just as big as those hands.
And the greatest coach.
Yep.
And he just has a brain like yours, like a computer. Like he wouldn't sit and chart. He would just watch and remember. And he would know what was coming just by standing there watching for, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And he was a great guy. He was just a great guy.
Truly legendary.
A true legendary guy, and then the nicest guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Genuine heart of gold there.
Yes.
And I want to talk about the matchup against Toro. You're obviously playing in the Toro tournament, but obviously Rich Polk coaches that Toro team. What can you say about Rich Polk, and talk to us about what it means to... Do you coach with Rich at Balboa, or...
I have. One season.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So... Well, they've won a couple CIF championships, Toro.
Yes.
As of late. Rich was more known for all of his gold medals and coaching Balboa, and then, Toro, they won a couple CIF championships, and so Rich is a great coach, and he's one of my best friends. Like we played together at OCC
with Travis Turner.
With Travis, right?
Yeah.
So
for Bob Wetzel.
Yes.
And you never know with Rich because the sky is always falling, right?
Yep.
Oh, we can't pass, we can't set, we can't, and then all of a sudden they win something like a gold medal or a CAF championship. So what Rich tells you and what the truth is you just don't know. So
you do know. I think the worse he says his team is, the better they play. You know, and if he doesn't say a lot of bad, then they're just kind of mediocre.
Yeah. It's all gloom and doom, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh yeah, well, we played really well tonight." That's what he'll say.
Yeah.
Okay, Rich.
Yeah.
But we played them at that tournament last year, or at the Rocky Ciarelli Memorial Game showcase.
Yeah.
So we beat them. I think they'll probably want to beat us.
You've beaten them the past 2 seasons, or the past 2 times. Not that I'm trying to put up bulletin board material for Toro.
Yeah.
But the 3 major teams of the 3 schools that Rocky coached at started at Edison,
correct,
coached at Huntington Beach for years,
yes,
and then came and coached at Newport.
because
last few years
of his nephew
because
Dane Chalmers. Yeah.
And then you bring those 3 schools, and each of you play a good rivalry type opponent.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's actually the perfect point. Rocky coached at all 3 schools, Huntington, Edison, and Newport. So that's the reason why those 3 are in this showcase.
Yes.
So I'm also seeing on the schedule the Redondo Classic. Last year was kind of an interesting format. You, Newport, Torrey Pines, and Redondo all got put into the same pool. And no matter what the record was, you all advanced to the playoffs. What kind of format was that? And what was like going through the mind of like Kevin Norman when you first saw that?
I can never predict what's going on in someone else's mind. But here's what I think.
My bad.
I think if you know you have these 4 schools that are really good and you put them as the one in the 4 different pools and they kind of kill everybody in their pool, that's not great, especially at the end of the year when you're getting ready for the playoffs. So he just made a power pool and said, you guys just battle it out, but then you're all going to be in the bracket play. And then, then you fight for your life in bracket. It's like, win and go on or lose and go home. So
right.
I liked it. I thought it was a good format.
Yeah.
For the teams that he had in it, I thought he did a good job running
The
it.
power pool was great for the power teams.
Yes.
And the less than power pools were really good for the less than powerful teams.
Because they got to play.
A lot of teams similar.
And it just showed a competitive equity, because if you put like yourself in like pool D, and there were Newport in pool C, and then Redondo in pool B, and then Torrey Pines in pool A, it's pretty much based on like the rankings that those teams are more than likely going to be winning said pools, or at least finishing in the top 2. So yeah, Kevin Norman did really cook when it came to having that power pool.
Yeah, I thought it was a good tournament.
Yeah, you all got made it to the top 4, which was really impressive, and that really helped you all out come playoff time.
Yes.
And
until we played Modern Day.
Yeah, but that team was like stacked. They had like Dylan Gallagher. It also helped you in your final regular season league game against Los Al, because you went 5 with them at their place.
Yes.
And that actually helped you all finish 3rd in league, which was pretty darn good, or at least tied for 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that tournament helped you all out, and also it helped you out come league play and that sort of thing.
Yes. I was debating on going to the Redondo tournament this last weekend where everybody was, or just going to the later one. We just need a little more time to develop. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we would have gotten worked a little bit.
Yeah, totally. There were a lot of good teams. Newport, Costa, Redondo, CDM. Carlsbad was decent. Los Al, like I said, they had a great showing. Palos Verdes, I thought, was pretty solid. Burroughs of Burbank was pretty darn good. So you had that right there. I do want to ask this. Who are some of your favorite coaches to compete against? I might have actually asked this in the past, but for boys, who are your favorite coaches to compete against?
Be honest.
We got. Okay, so, Well, I like playing against Pat, of course.
Patty,
Because I know
Patty,
Patty Newport Harbor, because, we coach at Balboa together, and so we'll spend a half hour before the match even starts talking about just life and stuff. And, I've known Dave Huber forever, so, he was Los Al Girls, but...
He also coached a little on the boys' side.
Yeah. And then Chris Comer, I coached with him at Balboa on the girls' side, and his daughter. So, of course, I love seeing Chris and going to Los Al. I used to not like coaching against Pisani.
I was waiting for you to get there.
Yeah. But, the past is the past, and we are adults now, and we're just different people, and we've talked about the things about each other that may have, rubbed us wrong back then, and now, I tell you, if I need something and I call Craig, he'll do it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He 100%. He has saved my butt on the Dave Mo's tournament stuff. So we've come a long way, and we laugh about some of the things that happened in the past. Well, but he's a good coach. He's going to expose your weaknesses for sure.
He's got over 1,000 wins as a head coach for a reason.
And he's going to, he was at the match last night watching. He probably wasn't watching us, but he was watching CDM, but he's there on his night off,
You guys are both extremely competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's over, you're both wonderful, good people. But when that scoreboard's lit up, it's
game on.
It's a battle.
Yeah. And when we were younger,
it was really brutal.
Yeah, because we didn't like each other.
Yeah.
Now we respect each other and we get along, so it's good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, volleyball is family, no matter what happens. I mean, especially in the Sunset League, we're all pals and we all love one another. Do you have anything you want to add, Charlie?
No, I think you've done a great job.
Thank you, Charlie. Yeah. And anything else that I might have missed before we end this off, or any other shout-outs you want to give to anybody?
I didn't think that far ahead. No.
Well, your administration.
Cut this?
Yeah,
everybody, right?
Yeah.
Rich Boyce, who's hired me again and, trusted me to do this and supports me, and, coaching with Boone again. The last time we coached together, we won CIF. So now I get to coach with him, and his son's on the team and a senior and all that. So there's it's just a lot of good. And like you said, the volleyball community is just like a fishbowl, right? So you just got to keep treating people well, and then it comes back in a good way.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Trent Jackson, for taking time out of your day and letting us interview you.
Thank you for having me.
We greatly appreciate it. And that'll do it for this interview. Thank you to everyone for all of your support, and thank you for watching. Thank you to Charlie Brand for helping me break this down. Wouldn't want to do this with anyone else. You are the man, the myth, the legend. Also, thank you to the man behind the glass, Cole Menzinger, our producer, for helping produce this. We appreciate you for being flexible. Also, shout out to the rest of the Sunset Rewind crew, Max Pickup, Nate Gervin, James Krupe, Murphy Cargis. The list goes on and on. Make sure to go to sunsetrewind.com to check out everything Sunset League related. We don't just cover boys volleyball. We cover baseball, softball. We cover football, obviously with myself, Mo Padios, and Kevin Dole. Definitely check out sunsetrewind.com. Make sure to follow Sunset Rewind on social media, on X, TikTok, and Instagram at sunset_rewind. And more importantly, we're trying to reach 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So definitely comment, and subscribe. We would definitely appreciate it. We appreciate everyone's support through all these times here at Sunset Rewind. This is year number 5 or 6, but either way, we are greatly appreciative of your support. But that'll do it. Take care, everybody.